As Indian people, we're told to work hard, get a good education, get top grades, and get a great job. The problem is that women and social life are put on the back burner. They're not really talked about in our households ever. If they're talked about, it's always in the context of when you get married or when you get a wife later. It's always later, later, later. The main priority is work. The main priority is grades. The main priority is education. This is a fantastic mindset. In some ways, think about it. Our parents came to this country, right? They were immigrants. They hustled hard as fuck. And now we have a great life here. We're well educated too, because we've instilled that mindset and we tried hard at school and we did well. And now we're in good jobs. We have good qualifications. We're skilled, whatever. It's fantastic. It solves the money problem. The problem is, right? The money problem is solved. It's up here. Your money's up here. Your wealth is up here. Your skills are up here. Your potential's up here. But your women, your friendships, your social skills, down the toilet. It's like in a video game where you've scaled up a whole load of money and intelligence skills, but your social skills and your girl skills, you've put barely any points into. You haven't allocated many points into it. Now, this basically means that a lot of Indian people are socially stunted. You have people like Raj from The Big Bang Theory, who is a stereotype, but not far from the truth. Am I right? You really want to make up for lost ground. That's what I'm fucking saying. Now, I'm making up for lost ground. When I was at university a few years ago, I was certainly making up for lost ground. All throughout school, extremely awkward. Had friends, thank God. I no idea how, right? I could talk to people one-on-one, I guess. But meeting new people and girls, not in the picture at all. At fucking all. And you can probably relate to that. You might be thinking, okay, now that I know I'm going to do well in life, realistically, I'm going to do well in life. I'm fucking Indian. I tried really hard. I've got this work ethic. I'm smart. I'm going to do well. But this girl's problem is lurking in the background like a big giant snake, and I need to solve it. The way you make up for lost ground, the way I've done it anyway, is through reluctantly, right, thinking to yourself, my parents' values and the conditioning, let me put that to one side. How do I actually get laid? How do I actually get girls? And making that a priority in my life for months and years. This is what I fucking did. I researched on YouTube, how do I do this? How do I crack this problem? I went through the black pill stuff. I started working out. I went through a whole lot of bullshit. I started chewing like Fallon gum to make my jaw wider. I put minoxidil on my beard. I started getting my hair cut. I started dressing differently. Ultimately, I stumbled across the pickup artist cold approach space. And I thought, okay, right, this is quite weird. I don't really want to go down this rabbit hole too much, but at the end of the day, I knew you have to approach girls in order to get girls. I knew that. And instinctively as a man, you know that. When you see a hot girl, it goes off in your brain, go and talk to her. Right? As a man, you know you got to approach girls. The whole idea of women coming to you, that's a pussy fucking mindset, and we all know that. What I did is I cold approached like fuck, like my life depended on it. I took the same mindset that I had when I was working really hard at school, and I just applied it to cold approach. I viewed it like, okay, cold approach, that's the new grade that I need to get. Instead of it being like an A star in school, I've got to get an A star on cold approach. Right? That's what I did. I applied that Indian immigrant mentality, even though I don't have it. I don't have the immigrant mentality. I'm not immigrant. But that same work ethic, that same drive to succeed, I put it into cold approach. And that's what I'd highly recommend you do. Step one, realize that this shit is important. Your social skills are down here. Your skills of women are down here. Your grades are up here. You need to fucking level the playing field out. The white guys, their social skills, they're not as maladjusted as you because they weren't conditioned in the same way. But perhaps they also don't have the same drive to succeed. You get guys who do crush and everything and whatever, don't compare yourself to others, just focus on yourself. You need to level the playing field. Cold approach, take it seriously. View it like it's the new science degree you got to get. Because it is that important. And I've seen Indian guys who are virgin at age 28. You think that's fucking good for you? You can bust a nut when you're 14. You're meant to be talking to girls and getting somewhere in your dating life when you're fucking in your teenage years. That's when you can bust your first nut. That's when you should talk to women. Take cold approach seriously. View it like it's the next thing, the next goal, and fucking do it. Learn, do it, fail, be ruthless. Go for it like it's fucking, you gotta, like your life depends on it. Take the Indian mentality, apply it to cold approach, and fucking crush.